Good morning, Aries. Aries, I am hearing that this person who treated you like crap thought that they had did a well enough job that you were never going to leave your house. They thought that they had broken your spirit. And it wasn't just one person, it was two people, possibly somebody that this person was maybe in a relationship with, okay? There could have been a third party there. And so it might not just be one person, it might be actually two people, okay? But this person really thought that they had did a number on you. They thought they broke you. They thought that you weren't going to go anywhere. They thought you weren't going to do anything. They thought that you were going to stay home, watch TV, and that was it. That was it. You were just going to stay in your house, not make friends, not go out, not have a life, not go to the movies, not have desires, not have goals. They thought that they had completely broken you. See, because they wanted what they were saying about you to be true. And the only way to make that true is by completely breaking you down to the point where you would have like some kind of nervous breakdown and would never be able to put yourself back together again. See, they needed to make what their lies were to be true. That you were mentally unstable. You weren't all there in the head, you know? But instead, I'm hearing you have picked yourself up, you've got goals, you're making friends, you're going out, you're living a life, you have hobbies, you got things you want to do. Your life has moved on, and this person is furious. They are angry. They found out that your house is clean. Something about that is significant, okay? They found out that your house is clean. They found out that you have groceries in the house. They found out that you're cooking, that you've been cooking. Maybe they could smell it. I don't know. I don't know exactly how they found it, how they found out that your house is clean, how they found out all these things. It looks like it's coming from somebody, you know? Or maybe they could smell it, you know? You smell your cooking. Oh, but they have found out. That's the thing. They have found out. They also found out that you've been baking. Something that you've been baking. Cookies or something. They found out that you've been baking. Your life is full. You're not crushed like they thought. They really did think that they were going to do a number on you and you weren't going to be able to get up again. You know? Not only that, but you are doing something. You have goals. You're showing your goals. You're working toward your goals. Whatever this goal is, it could be something that's making you popular. Something that they can see. Something that they have been watching you work on. You know, something that they are visually watching you themselves. Not through a screen. Not through a camera. Like they're actually watching you do it. Okay? Like they're watching you in person doing this. That's what I'm hearing. They're watching you, they're seeing you, they're there, they're near you. They can see what you're doing. So, whatever you're doing something. And maybe sometimes they do see you through a screen, okay? But they have physically seen you working on your goals, and they know you have a goal. They're aware of it. They're aware of the things that you're working on, the things that you've been working on, you know? For some of you, maybe you are collecting things. Maybe you are a prepper. Maybe you are getting things ready. You know, if you're not aware, NATO, NATO, has made an announcement. I don't know if y'all heard, but they did make an announcement saying, you know, if you're in the United States to get ready, you know, start prepping, start getting your stuff together. They announced it. They didn't say get ready for a WAR because they can't say that. But they are saying to get ready for the unexpected. And apparently the first 36 hours is crucial. So what are they talking about? Okay. So maybe that's what you're doing and this person's aware of it. But you're definitely collecting something. And I'm thinking maybe you're a prepper. But you're doing something. Hmm. I don't know what else you could be collecting, but they know it. The thing is that I'm hearing that you have become a nightmare to this person. And now, since what their first plan was isn't working because you're actually out there living your life without them, which, oh my gosh, it is a surprise. They thought that, the whole world evolved around them. You know what I'm saying? They really did. They thought that the whole world revolved around them. They thought your world evolved around them. They thought that you were just going to fall apart without them. And it turns out, no, life goes on, with or without them. And they're not happy about it. They're really upset. But it's not just that. It's that now they're having to come up with something else. They're trying to lie because whatever happened between the two of you, it really has made them look bad. And they don't like it. You're making them look bad. The lies that they have said about you, the gossip, the things that they have spread about you, you're turning them into a liar. So now they're trying to say that you're crazy. That you're crazy. That's why it's not affecting you. Because you weren't all mentally there to begin with. So you're crazy. Something's wrong with you. You don't get affected. So sounds like to me that they're trying to claim that you're like psychotic or something, a sociopath, where things don't bother you, because that's what sociopaths do. But whether this person knows what they're saying or not saying, or if they're using that word or not, but that's basically what they're doing. They're trying to say that things don't affect you like other people because you're not normal. They thought that they did such a number that, you're not supposed to be around anymore. It's this person's ego. You know that, right? This person's ego is huge. That's the thing. Their ego was like, oh no, Aries would not be able to live without me, would not be able to have a car without me, start a business without me. It's their ego. Their ego lied to them. Now they're furious because everything that they thought was going to happen is not what is happening. Nothing that they thought was going to happen is happening. And people are making remarks like, hey, I thought you said Aries was this. I thought you said Aries was that. I thought you said Aries was going to just go sit in their house and not try or not do anything. Oh, okay. And this person's like, well, blah, 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 and they're like, oh, okay. Nothing that they said is the truth. You know what I mean? I'm going to put this down. Well, the thing is that, this person's been digging and digging and digging, and they can't find anything. Not really anything that they can use against you. So now this person wants to find a reason or make up a reason to come and talk to you. So they can come inside your house or be around your location, your job, or something like that. They want to be around people who are around you. They want people to see them coming in and out of your place, your home, or they want people to see them coming in and out of your business, your job, okay? Or if you're a business owner, your business, right? They want people to see them coming in and out because they want people to associate them with you. This way, they could bump into these people, meet these people who are around you. It could be neighbors. It could be coworkers, right? Like they want to be associated with you. So when they bump into somebody, they'll be like, oh, don't you know so-and-so? Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember I saw you over there, blah, blah, blah. And then they can start talking to these people, make friends with these people to see if these people know anything that you're doing. Something that they could use against you or something that they could pinpoint to other people, specifically their family. Because apparently it does look like this person really cares about what the family thinks, their family. So it looks like somebody in their family is like, oh, I thought you said Aries was this, this, and that. Somebody's calling them out on it. Somebody in their family is calling them out and they don't like it. Because they're like, okay, that means people are starting to notice that there's holes bigger than Swiss cheese in their stories. Somebody's digging in and trying to figure out what's really going on. This is somebody in the family that has some kind of influence over everybody else. So this could be like the oldest sibling or something like that. Somebody that everybody else follows what they say or what they think. Okay? It could be a parent. Okay? But it's definitely somebody that, this person knows that they can tell and talk to other people in the family and get other people in the family to go up against them or to cut them out of something. But they are seeing this as a huge loss. Okay? Like there's a loss there. And it's not just that, it's that this other person, if they were in a third party situation and they're still with that third party is also questioning things too. And it's making them think like, if you could do this to Aries, then what are you going to do to me? Because, hey, people know how somebody treats another person. Eventually, they'll treat you that way. And this third party is looking at it and they're like, hey, what are you going to do to me? You're acting like this with Aries. You're lying about Aries, but what are you going to do to me now? You see? People get aware. And let me tell you, when people find out, there's a lot of people who get into third party situations who truly, truly believe what that person's telling them, right? But when they find out the truth about things, they'll break up with them. And this person, whoever this third party is, she or he is that way. They're the kind of person who would break up with this person because they're going to see them as a big liar. They're going to see them as being, a manipulator. And this person knows it. Okay? They know it. They know that that person will leave them. And your ex, I believe this is your ex. Your ex cannot be alone. Okay? Your ex is the kind of person they cannot survive on their own. It's funny, isn't it? How they were saying how you were going to dwindle away and you were so codependent and you couldn't live without them. Isn't it funny that it's actually them that can't live by themselves, that can't be by themselves? Actually, it's them. This is somebody who has never been alone. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. Right before you got with this person, they were already seeing somebody else. Do you understand? Like, their relationships overlap each other. So they might have been still, dating somebody else, right? And then you came into the picture and then they started dating you, but you didn't know about that third party because you didn't realize you were the third party. So you didn't know about that person. You're thinking this person's single, right? This is the kind of person who has relationships that overlap each other. This is a habit of theirs. This person has never been alone. I want to say since they were like 16, 17 years old, they have always had 1, 2, 3 different relationships going at the same time. Or at least 2 relationships going at the same time. This is somebody who cannot be by themselves. And guess what? Narcissists are like that. They cannot be alone. You know how when you break up from somebody, normal people, depending on how long you were dating, how serious it was, or in this situation, how traumatic it was, depending on, different factors, most people take time to heal. Most people take a breather. Most people, work on themselves first before they jump into another relationship. They get their head straight. They get their finances in order. They take care of things, before they jump into another relationship. Not this person. This person, they cannot be alone. They're weak. They don't want people to know that they're weak, but they're weak. The whole idea of being alone terrifies this person. Why? Because they need a victim. I'm going to tell you, narcissists need a supply. They need somebody that they can suck the life out of. And that's exactly what this third party is going through. They're having the life sucked out of them. If this third party finds out the truth about your relationship with them, that your person knows that this is it. That person will walk away from them. And the thing is that this person, your ex, they're realizing they're too old for this. They're too old to be going out and getting a third, second party, third party. You see, they're realizing that the older you get, the harder it is to do this. See, when you're in your 30s, 20s, 30s, it's kind of easier. When you start getting older and older, it's not as easy to find people who are going to be like, yeah, I'll be your third party, or I'll be your side chick, or I'll be on the side. It's okay. Older people don't, most older people, I'm not saying all, okay? There's never like an all, right? But it's just getting harder and harder for them to meet people, to be able to do those kinds of things. You see what I'm saying? It's just getting harder and harder. And I think I've heard people say this before. The older you get, the harder it is to start dating, And it's true. Try dating when you have a wife or a husband at home. And that's challenging, right? See, that's the thing. This person can't do that. This person's about to lose everything, you see? And they see it coming. They know it's coming. And their worst nightmare is to be abandoned. Their worst nightmare is to have somebody leave them. You see? They have abandonment issues. So, because I could see that, I know that this person, you didn't walk away from this person. Like, if you did, it was because they forced you to. It was because things got so bad that you had no choice but to walk away. Okay? Either that, or this person was like, came home and was like, oh, I got a third party, so I'm going to go stay with them now. Right? That kind of situation, because this is somebody who cannot be alone. They can't be honest either, and that's another thing. This is a psychological liar. Okay? They cannot tell the truth. They have to lie and then lie more to cover the lies that they just got through saying. This is the kind of person we're talking about. This is why they're upset with you, because you're proving them wrong. You're shining a light on their lies. You see? You're showing people that this person is a big liar. Now, if this is a sibling that is calling them out, then that sibling knows them. They know that this person has been a liar. You see? Parents, that's a different story, because sometimes parents, they just like, oh no, my baby's wonderful. And this person could very well have parents who are like that enabled this kind of relationship, or enabled this person to be the way that they are. People, 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, people are literally products of where they come from. And a lot of times it's the parents who allow people like this to be the way that they are. Most of the time it's parents who create this by, making the person feel like their behavior is okay. It doesn't matter what they do, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, it's okay if you did this. Oh, it's okay if you stole that. And there's parents that are like that. And it looks like this person has had parents who were like that. Like, it didn't matter how bad it was, whatever it was that they did, it doesn't matter how bad it was. It would be like, oh, you're my baby, it's okay. And then, of course, the person grows up thinking, they could do whatever they want. They could hurt whoever they want. They could lie, they could cheat, they could steal, they can do whatever they want. Nobody can tell them anything. And that's this person. They don't like to be called out. They don't like people to pinpoint their BS. And that's what's going on. So this is why this person is watching you, Aries. They're watching everything that you're doing. They're physically going to your location because I see them traveling, coming towards you. You see? So they're coming towards you, and they're watching you to see what it is you're doing. So they could be watching you with the world card. Yeah, they could be watching you on a screen. So like if you have a channel or something or a platform, yes, they could be watching you that way as well. But they're physically coming to you to see what you're doing too. They're not just doing one. They're not just watching you through a screen or online. No. They're physically coming to your location, so they know where you live. They know your city. They know your town, wherever it is. They know where to find you. Okay? So if you're out and about walking to your car, or running to go catch a bus, this person is watching you. Because they're trying to find something. Which is crazy because I don't even think that this person realizes, even if they record you doing something and take it back to this other person, this family member, that family member is going to be looking at them like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Why are you stalking Aries? Because you know what? That's exactly what this person is doing. They're stalking you every chance that they get. Oh, but they're not telling nobody. This is like, a big secret, Don't tell nobody. They're not telling people that they're watching you, that they're trying to catch you doing something. You know what I mean? And another thing, you might be single, okay? You might live alone, or you're single, you're not in a relationship. Codependent people, they can't do that. People who are very codependent, they need to jump into another relationship. So who are they calling codependent? Oh yeah, that's right, it was you. And you're single, or you live alone. You could live alone. Maybe you just you just have some friends and that's it. And you live alone. You're fine with it. An independent person is fine with living alone. An independent person, a healthy person, is okay with that. And until a right person comes along. It's when you have problems that you jump from one relationship to another. That's when there's something going on. If you're not a narcissist and you're not that kind of person and you find yourself jumping from one relationship to the other, then you need to stop and ask yourself what's going on. Because people don't normally do that. And plus, too, maybe you're moving too fast, right? But see, the thing is, Aries, you're not doing that. You're not jumping into another relationship. So guess what? You're proving everything that this person has said about you wrong. You're proving them wrong. Because by now, because you and this person, it could be years. Like, y'all haven't seen each other in years, or it's been years since, y'all been with each other. Okay? I'm talking years and years and years, right? By now, they thought for sure you'd be with somebody else. You'd be, hooked up with somebody else or something. And you're not. You're being independent. You see? Making this person look stupid. Because you're supposed to need somebody to take care of you. You were supposed to need somebody to take you to the doctor or somebody to do things for you. And it's not that it wouldn't be nice. It's just that, you're going to wait for the right person. And if the right person comes, okay. If the right person never comes, okay. You're okay with it. And that's what this person doesn't like. They don't like how you handle things. It really bothers them because it makes them it's like it makes them face their own weaknesses and they don't like it. And their weakness is they can't be alone. Their weakness is that it's them that's codependent. They need somebody there. They need to have somebody constantly with them. This is why their relationships have always overlapped each other. You know? This is why when they were with you, they had other relationships going on at the same time. Because something's wrong with them. See, but they don't want to say that. You know what I mean? They don't want to say, oh, something's wrong with me. I can't stop. No, they don't want to say that. They just want to say, well, this is why I do what I do. I do what I do because Aries made me do that. Or if it was the person before you, whoever they dated before you, right? It's that person's fault. It's that person. They made me date other people. Because I guarantee you, you're not the first one, Aries. You're not the first one that this person has done this to, and you're not the last. They're doing it right now to this other person. Right now, as we speak, this person's out with somebody else. And then they're going to go swing by and see if they can see you doing something. So they're living a whole life separate from that person that's at home right now. This third party that's been asking questions too, because that other person's been asking questions. You see? Now this person's like, hey, because you know what I mean? They're hearing that person. They're like, yeah, I thought you said that, by now Aries would be married to somebody else. Aries are so codependent. You said that Aries was like this, and that. And what happened? What Aries is ambitious. Aries is working on something. You're collecting something, Aries, that this person's mad about. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I will. You're collecting something. This person knows that you're collecting something, and it's something that costs money. Okay? It's something that costs money, something that you collect. Maybe you work on it. Like you buy pieces. Maybe you're a mechanic and you're constantly buying like car parts to put a car together, that kind of thing. This person it doesn't have to be that expensive, but this person is making it seem like whatever it is that your hobby is, it's so expensive. It doesn't have to be, guys. Okay? It's just this person is making it seem like your hobby is extremely expensive. Okay? And it's like it's bothering them. That you're doing something, you're showing something. See, because if you do have a platform, then I want you to know this person was showing people, oh, look, Aries has a platform. I just found out that Aries has this platform and they're doing this, and that. Okay? And this person knows that you have a hobby. Maybe you showed it on your thing or something. You showed something. And this person's aware of it and they're like, hey, how does the Aries can afford that? And it's making them angry. Like, how in the world are you able to afford it? You're collecting something that's making them upset. Or maybe you've been prepping, like, buying a little extra toilet paper or a little extra this or that. Okay? If they've been inside your home, then they know that you have, maybe they saw 2 shampoos in the shower. Or maybe they looked under the sink and they saw that you had a lot of soap. I'm real big on soap. So if you are, if it's soap, I'm the same way. If you look under my sink, I have like so many different soaps. I'm so paranoid of not having soap. But if I find soap on sale, I will grab it, normally. Or I'm so worried that, like, what if I don't have money to buy soap? You know what I mean? Especially now. Actually, I would say now things have gotten worse for me because I'm so scared of running out of soap. So, like, if I find it on sale, I'll grab like 2 of them. Spirit, give us 2 angel numbers here for Aries. Let's see what we got here. We got angel number 25. Give me 1 more for Aries. Let's see what else comes out for you guys. If nothing comes out, then I think I'm just going to stick with this one that came out and that's it. Oops, there it is. Okay. Okay. We got angel number 1 coming out for you. It says you are a self-starter. with very innovative ways of creating opportunities. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. I am innovative. You got angel number 25 coming out. It says you have a great ability to take in and process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. Your curiosity is endless, and your desire to dive deep into a variety of subjects will bring you in immense awareness of the world. I am intelligent. So put that in the comment section. I am intelligent and I am innovative. See, this is why this person gets angry. But anyways, Aries, yeah, you got an ex watching you. Yep. And this person has a car. Let's see. Let's see. Definitely a car. It's coming out as a chariot. It could be a black car, white car. Yeah, but it's definitely a car. That's all I could find. Okay, so they definitely have a dark car. It could be a black car or a white car. This could be somebody who has black hair, brown eyes, which is very common, so that doesn't help much. This could be somebody who's like 5'10", according to what I'm seeing here. 5'10", or maybe taller than 5'10", or 5'8", 5'9", and taller. This person could be like a salesman, or this person acts like a salesman. They either have worked in sales or they act like a salesman. You know, like a like, you know, a used car lot salesman, you know, like the ones you see on TV. Kind of shady, you know. Yeah. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this reading. Hope this helps you out. Be very aware of your surroundings, okay? Especially when it comes to this person watching you. Just be aware of your surroundings, because I don't trust this person. I mean, I'm not saying this person's going to do anything just yet, other than like they're trying to find information, just being annoying, spying on you. But I'm not seeing like they're being dangerous or anything, but they are becoming obsessed. They're obsessed because you're not acting out the way that they are hoping, and they're telling people that you're crazy, and now they're trying to get something on you, like, you know, they want to see you get upset with somebody or get mad with people, or, you know, stand up for yourself, so they could be like, oh, see, look, Aries did this, Aries did that. See, because they're not going to show what the other person did, right? They're just going to show what you did to make it look like you're just crazy. You're just telling this person, this stranger, off because they didn't do anything to you. Just some random act, right? But they're trying to catch that. You know what I mean? They're trying to catch it. Like they want somebody to mess with you or tell you something, like maybe road rage or something, I guess. It's like they want something like that to happen so they could catch it on film. So they could catch you saying something so they could say that you're crazy, right? Something like that. Anyways, guys, I'm still doing my fundraiser, and I will be putting my Cash App and my PayPal in the description. So if you would like to donate, I would greatly appreciate it. Even if it's a small amount, like $5, you know, everything helps. And for those who have donated, I thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Also, while you're still here, I wanted to talk about this natto, because I know I mentioned it in this reading. Yeah, guys, if y'all are not aware, NATO actually said to get ready if you are in a European country. So we're not talking about just the United States. They're talking about European countries like the UK, you know? They're saying get ready for the unexpected. So what is it that they know that we don't know? You know, what unexpected? What are they talking about? And people are saying that they're talking about a WAR, you know. But I could see why people are saying that, because why would they suggest that? You know, and they were saying something about the first 36 hours is the most critical. What are they saying? The first 36 hours of what? What are they talking about? Anyways, guys, you know what? Get ready if you're able to. I'm not able to, but I do have, a little garden here. So I'm talking about a tiny, tiny garden. Not very big at all. I'm trying to grow strawberries. I had grown strawberries before. I'm trying again this year, but something, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Something is eating the heck out of it. That's all I got. I only got one strawberry off this plant, so I am trying. I bought this plant months ago, and it has grown. If you see it from the side, it has grown, but something is eating the heck out of it. So I don't know if I'm gonna get any strawberries off of it. That's what I'm saying. I got a tiny garden I'm trying to grow something. It's not easy, It really isn't easy. But I'm trying to do something. Something has to give. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Let me know what you think about NATO, what they said. What is it? Is it NATO or NATO? I don't remember how to pronounce it correctly, but let me know what you think. Are you in a European country? What country are you in? And has your country said anything to you about getting prepared for anything? I'm just curious. Anyways, catch me in the next one, guys. Y'all take care. Bye bye.